BBLs are leaving their natural habitat and something's off. Video by Janae Danielle. Now guys, you know this video is going stupid. BBLs leaving their natural habitat. The irony of this is, me and my barber were just talking about that. He's like, he spotted some shit walking out the car. He was like, yo, she shaped nice. And I looking at her, I said, she definitely has some work done. And he's like, oh yeah, she got a lot of work done. And I like front and back. He like, yeah. And he was like, you know, I done found myself on one of them just like this one time, you know. Doggy style, told her to throw the leg up like this nigga, dog. I told her, I said, man, I ain't never been with a BBL yet.
Yeah, me either, bro. I don't think I ever will.
It might just be the smell, cause every time I get around one, it's usually that throws me off. Yeah,
smelling that.
I be smelling
stuff that they talk about.
I didn't know how to describe it, but now I do.
Like,
BBLs look like club out.
It's like, they smell away. They smell kind of like, you ever been around a pregnant woman?
Yeah.
And he has a kind of a raw stench.
Oh, bro, I don't know if I ever realized that. Oh no, you got a different type of, I guess you gotta have a different type of nose for that, bro. But I might pay attention to it next time.
Alright, bro, like, alright, when people have, alright, I always had a keen sense of smell a little bit. Like, if people have something going wrong with you,
yeah,
like you got rotting teeth, you got like something wrong, like renal, rectal, or something disease, you kind of have a stench. Like some people would think it's like, oh, you just have a, like you smell bad from eating something bad or nothing like that. But no, the smell literally comes from your asshole, bro. It's like your body is letting you know, because your body is trying to let you know something is wrong.
Yeah.
But sometimes because you're so used to your body odor, or you don't really notice the scents, somebody else who has the keen nose scent, which is why a lot of people join the medical field.
Yeah.
And you think about it, like your doctor could tell you that and things like that. Doctors usually either have that keen sense of smell and they are able to pay attention to those details.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like those smells emanate from you. Like when you open your mouth, you have a cavity. It's not just from having an empty stomach. Like some people actually have a keen sense to smell your tooth decay, you know, because it actually smells different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like little shit like that. So BBLs, yeah, they smell like raw bodily fluid. I don't know how else to describe it.
I didn't know how to describe it, but now I do. BBLs look like club outfits that you can't take off.
Why do you have a BBL and you work at T-Mobile?
I just feel like a BBL at 8 a.m., that's just too early.
BBLs don't really look good in a natural setting. Like, they don't really match the energy of the world.
It's such a life-altering experience when you see a BBL casually in, like, Target. Like, oh, mamas, what are you doing here?
There's a growing conversation online about something people are starting to notice in the light of day.
Seeing a BBL in public feel like seeing a Cybertruck on the road. Cause like, that ain't normal to see. Especially during the day. Like, it should be like a nighttime thing only, right?
And
what is this brother talking about? Brother, what are you talking about? You think people with BBLs just have asses just to shake it at night? They don't gotta go to a bank. They don't gotta go to an appointment. They don't have to go to work. Well, if they're not a stripper, well, more than likely they're already a stripper. But more than likely, listen, they got things they gotta get done during the day. They gotta eat, shit, buy groceries, all type of shit, just like you, bro. In the community I used to live in, I used to see BBLs every day, walking around with the suitcase in the clip like this, so you saw before. I thought this was normal.
we've discussed time and place multiple times. Time and place for specific outfits. Time and place for certain behaviors. But I never thought we'd come to a day where time and place would apply to a body.
BBL should never see broad daylight. I just couldn't have a BBL because what do you mean I could no longer be a teacher? I can't work at a grocery store. They said that got BBLs, they can't live in Colorado because what the is a BBL doing in Colorado?
And this is very new to me because the human body has never really been something that needed a proper setting. But now it seems that expectation is standard.
Why do y'all get a BBL to live in Nashville? You don't need it here.
Today, spotting a BBL in person is like seeing a shooting star. You know it exists, but when it actually shows up, it still kind of throws you off.
I just saw a BBL for the first time, like in person, and wow, I'm shocked. Like in a good way.
Seeing BBLs in real life will always be so fascinating to me. Oh my gosh, that's a BBL. Like, oh my gosh, that person, that's a BBL. That is a real life BBL. Wow.
And BBLs aren't a brand new invention that just dropped last week, but the way people react when they spot one outside of its natural habitat is very telling. Because what does that mean? Who decided that? And why does it feel so easy for people to agree on it without even thinking twice?
Seeing a BBL not in its ordinary habitat, like standing in a wild, is truly different.
And within all the talk,
we calling it the wild like this shit is an animal.
What's his natural habitat? Gonna lie?
And there goes the wild BBL.
What?
As it leaves the club and heads towards the grocery store, it takes the time. That's what we're acting like. Oh my god, is that the BBL in the grocery store? Oh my god, they like milk. Oh, they like to stock up on cucumbers and eggplants.
The naturally built, no appointment needed bodies are starting to feel that heat too.
I wish I could take my butt off and go to work. You know what I mean? Cause like, this is just too much. I don't know, like it just don't feel right. That's why I always got this cardigan. I got so many cardigans. I'll be respectful.
But what if I told you this conversation really isn't about the body? First, we need to tap into what this type of body has been presented to represent, because once you see it, you'll get a better understanding on why the reactions are so strong. Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away for free, but hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. For years, the female body has been picked apart into pieces. And I don't mean that to sound morbid. It's really just to expose how certain features are isolated, emphasized, and made the main attraction, especially for financial gain.
What happens is the woman's body becomes hacked apart, dismembered in ads. So in ad after ad for all kinds of products, just one part of the body is focused upon. And this is, of course, the most dehumanizing thing you can do to somebody. Not only is she a thing, but just one part of that body is focused upon.
Now, there was one space where women could be ogled at, and it really just came with the territory, and that was the era where being eye candy was everything.
Throughout the music video era, we saw several transitions. We were growing as a culture.
In 2000, it became about the vixen.
We were the aesthetic. We were part of the fabric.
She had the curves, but she had the face. She had the attitude.
Women were getting paid like rappers.
I do want to note that at the height of the video girl era, the body was definitely a plus, but it wasn't everything, okay? In the most respectful way. These women were really just expected to be human wallpapers. From all genres of music, women were expected to stand there, look pretty, and occasionally do a little shimmying to make the music video more attractive.
19 years old, you're being thrown a check and say, stand next to Lil Wayne.
Yeah, and the thing is, man, I know Antonio will go crazy if he's seen this video. Cause it's like they portraying the black men as the gangster. And, you know, they're exploiting the black women for their bodies. So, you know, Antonio, if you see this, man, I got one for you, brother.
Yeah, there.
dare you to say no?
We made the video hot. We helped them sell records.
And you always want to see a pretty chick. You know, that feels like success. You know, that feels like money.
It was almost like a written rule that these women weren't there to take it all the way. Just be pretty, make the artist look like everything revolved around him.
The image of scantily clad women is supposed to affirm some image of masculinity, the man as the Mac, as this, you know, sexually powerful, virile example of manhood. And the idea is this man is so important and so powerful, and these women, conversely, are so dime a dozen that they don't matter. They're just eye candy. They're worthless.
But then eventually, everything started to revolve around that ad. Well, those curves.
They've gotten to a point where it's just basically just ass and titties on the camera. I don't think I've seen a video in a long time where women aren't shaking their butts. You know, it's like, it's a must.
And instead of just keeping it at those curves, I should probably say that crack, because Nelly, in his prime, set a scene that made it obvious, making it very clear what you were supposed to be looking at and what that look meant.
A controversy surrounding rap artist Nelly led to an emotional meeting at Spelman College tonight. The discussion focused on hip-hop videos and how they portray women.
In the video, Nelly is seen swiping his credit card down a woman's backside.
I was very, very bothered, to say the least, about the video.
With lyrics that read, "It must be your act, cause it ain't your face," he completely shifted the narrative that video girls were just supposed to be a pretty face. And eventually, the expectation didn't even need to be said.
When Buffy the Body came out, it started this whole thing with you had to have a big butt. You cannot come after Buffy the Body and not have a butt her size or bigger.
We didn't just see these figures in the music videos. It seemed like right as the sun went down, beautiful, bootylicious women spawned. They were at the nightclubs, the strip clubs, they were bottle girls, they were arm candy, they were on the corner. Let's be honest, there was a specific build that came with being one of these women.
All the dances are about ass. Too much.
Even though there's no studies to show that the fatter the ass, the more money the guy has, nonetheless, it doesn't stop them from trying.
I seen girls with perfect bodies, in my opinion, they were like, no, 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 no. I need to get more ass, I need to pump it up. And I'd be like, oh my God.
And without realizing it, that started to form a mental category in people's minds. Instead of just seeing these bodies, like it or not, they started to associate these bodies with a certain kind of environment. So, now that I painted that picture for you, you can imagine what happened when women outside of that environment started to desire the bodies that normally came with it.
I think music video changed the booty era.
When you look at music historically, there's always been songs that have celebrated more curvaceous figures.
There are certain actors and actresses in the media that are role models, and people want to look like their role model.
With the Nicki Minaj's and the K. Michelle, you're seeing like this super exaggerated version of the big butt.
Everybody thinks they have to have a big butt to get put on.
I've discussed the rise in plastic surgery many times, so we don't have to go too in depth with that. But we all know how deep it goes. With these surgeries becoming more accessible, celebrities and influencers getting them, social media flooded with them, people advocating and promoting them.
Get the cosmetic procedure. Get the BBL, get the lipo, get the filler, get the facial balancing, get the PRP. I don't care what it is. Get the cosmetic procedure.
I went down a whole rabbit hole.
Yeah, man. And it's actually getting so bad. They got procedures to take in your jaw and, you know, refine and sharpen your jawline and tighten your neck and plump up your cheeks if that's what you really wanted. Or I'm sure there might be even one to fucking shave down your head if your head is too big. I've seen some Chinese people doing that shit.
Shave your head down, that's great.
Yeah. Like if you take off the cap, a little piece of like, it's like their brain is still trying to heal. Like their skull is still trying to heal where they shaved that.
It's crazy.
They go into all type of legs. Never be able to grow hair again just because they was insecure about their head size.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, bro, I just see your face and your body as a shell, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It's nothing but a shell.
Your body is just a shell.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
So it holds
deserve
no
your
merit.
beauty.
Exactly.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's like beauty lies within, bro. So as long as you feel like you're beautiful, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
On these BBLs, right? I look at the befores and afters. Let these girls get a BBL. I'm not even trying to be funny or nothing right now. But when I see the before videos, I'm like, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I'm glad you got that BBL.
It seemed like everywhere you looked, online at least, everyone had something done.
Hey y'all, come with me to get a BBL at 19.
It is surgery day. I'm finished.
But why are 18, 19-year-olds out here getting BBLs?
Yes,
There
sir.
are still just
Yes,
too many
sir.
people out here getting BBLs for this to have been the last we will ever see of it.
So we both see how normalized and popular BBLs are, right? So if I see it and you see it, why does it still give wrong place, wrong time?
BBLs don't really look good in a natural setting, in real life, you know what I mean? Like, they don't really match the energy of the world, like on a regular day basis. Anything professional with a BBL, it doesn't really look good, you know what I mean? It looks like it's not supposed to be there.
Now we have social media reacting to these real life spottings of BBLs outside of their natural habitat in the wild. And people are seriously treating the women that have them like animals spotted outside of their cage.
I
A
told you.
BBL and walking is crazy work. This should have bought a car instead of a
Hey, you went crazy.
Yeah, you should have bought a car instead of an ass.
Craziest BBL. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a video, but I'm gonna try.
God
And you can
damn.
imagine what happens when
That looked like a goddamn. You ever see like an elephant?
What? Like a gorilla. Hey, okay, I'm not in hedge one. I'm gonna say it. That was my first thought. I was like, nah. He gonna say, yo, that shit crazy. I was like, all right, elephant. And some stuff, if it's too offensive, I'll hold it back.
Yeah.
But that one, I'm letting that shit go.
Yeah, that one. He was spot on with that one, though.
family-friendly spaces are added to the mix too. If people feel uncomfortable seeing BBLs at a gas station, seeing them around their children creates an even bigger conversation.
But y'all don't see how weird and strange it is to have in a schoolhouse. Why do they have BBL teachers? I don't give a f. Y'all be like, oh, y'all judging these women? Yes, because why the f you gonna get a BBL, a fat, juicy ass stand in front of these kids?
I am not in support of people filming, going up to, bullying people who obviously have these obvious figures.
Go ahead, say it again. Say it again.
But if y'all don't know what's happening in that video, basically them kids that you see in that video was walking behind a lady who has a BBL that they didn't feel was right. And they was just saying, these BBLs killing y'all. And she overheard them. So she decided to start recording them and asking them to repeat what they said. And was basically saying it's crazy because it's the young generation. It's even the kids that are being disrespectful towards people with their bodies done that are not appealing.
Just because somebody looks peculiar to you doesn't give you free range to lose your manners. But BBL slander is at an all-time high because when people see them in person...
Oh, not the one on the right.
What?
Oh,
You should have got a leg enhancement too. It look like, you know, the drums that they use for the drums at the ones that go like this.
Nah, I do you one better. You know, like the fucking ribeye or a lamb chop.
My bone. Nah, man.
Oh
Yo, they did dirty gang. This is terrible.
Ain't no way, bro.
And they feel out of place. And honestly, I don't even think people realize what they're feeling at first. It may just come across as bizarre before anything else because you've seen it before, just not here.
I've worked with nurses who have had BBLs and they walk around all day long just all in Meemaw's and Papa's face. Knocking over the medication with the can't wrap up no bandages because they all wrapped up. It'd just be a mess. Why are you in here with all that?
When something familiar shows up in an unfamiliar space, it throws a lot of people off. And people are starting to pick up on something else that they can't quite seem to put their finger on.
I feel like BBLs should only be for clubs. It's such a life-altering experience when you see a BBL casually in like Target. Like, oh, mamas, what are you doing here? You be at this section with the bottle.
That's how you know people be just way too invested in people's business. Life altering? Man, you just see it and laugh at it and go about your day. You didn't make that decision. And that's what you can hold your sanctity in. Yes, those thoughts that made me stay up at night, oh shit, BBLs are winning. And then you see it in the grocery store, you're like, oh, I was just tripping. Go back home now, you just, oh yeah, you'll never guess what I saw today. Fucking BBL in the store. Thank God I'll never get one.
Yeah.
You know, it should just be more reinforcement.
I don't know, it's just like BBLs should only be like for the club aesthetic, right? Because I just feel like a BBL at 8 a.m., that's just too early.
Remember earlier when I said, and without realizing it, that started to form a mental category in people's minds. Well, today, those mental categories aren't staying in their minds. People are boldly coming online and saying this.
Don't shoot the messenger, but we can't tell regular women from sex workers anymore. We can't tell. We can't tell hookers, strippers, escorts, whatever you want to call sex workers. We can't tell sex workers from good, wholesome, regular women anymore.
Okay, let's just sit for a second because this is probably one of the hottest hot takes I have ever heard, because now the conversation is looking a little different. Now people are assigning a role to that body. This has moved from you should only be seen in nightlife spaces to if you have it, you should be using it.
You know what I don't understand? Look at this big ass BBL and don't want to twerk. Throw that shit. The you at a party, twerk that butt off that back. I want to see some move.
Here's where the conversation.
Oh no! They calling y'all out. We tired of y'all not throwing that ass. We need y'all to throw it until it break, like how Cardi B did the other time. Recently. Till that bit break.
Shake it out of place, bro.
That's what Cardi B did. I saw her that video where she was twerking for the concert, bro, and she did some move where she spanked that shit on the chair a couple times.
Yeah.
Then she just had to get up and she was walking. And you just saw that shit was like, shit.
Man, all the silicone go to one spot. That shit unlocked for that. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Do know one female with a BBL. And, you know, shit don't look right now, bro. I don't know. After a while, them just...
That's the age, yeah.
Especially if they get like too big.
Yeah.
Shit don't look right. But I done been around there and they ain't, you know, smell. But I ain't never, you know, I ain't never do nothing with her anyway. She just like a friend.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Okay, so it's nobody I know.
Nah.
Okay. Nah.
Gets a little more uncomfortable because now it's people turning those assumptions into expectations. They assign where the body should be seen, they assign what the body should be doing, and if you connect the dots, you'll quickly learn that the assignment doesn't just stop at twerking.
If you got a BBL and you ain't tricking, you stupid. That's what BBL's for. If you got a BBL and you don't have OnlyFans and you ain't dancing and you ain't fucking in a car, you stupid.
BBLs is for tricking. I don't think y'all know that. The BBLs ain't for you go sit back on your job. You go get them BBLs and you ain't doing what you're supposed to do with them.
And I'm really shocked that people are boldly coming online and saying this, but are we really confused on how they got there?
If you're gonna get a BBL or breast job or both, make sure it relates to the type of work that you're about to do. I'm walking into establishments, I'm supposed to be buying a product, now I want you. Cause you in here looking like a damn video vixen.
Because when we trace it back, this didn't just appear out of thin air. This is coming from years of people seeing this exact body type in very specific context. So now when that same look shows up in everyday life, people don't separate the body from what they've been taught it represents.
BBLs will never give classy. They will never give classy, especially not the ones that the girls are buying. BBLs will always give, I sell it for a living. Like, okay, some girls get away with the skinny BBLs. When I'm specifically talking about, I'm talking about the girls with the thighs, those big, gigantic ghetto booties. They will never ever give classy.
When you have this look, the curves, the body-yaddy, it may subconsciously tell people something you may or may not be trying to say.
There is this stereotype with people that get BBLs and say, oh, you're getting BBLs because you're a prostitute, or you're getting BBLs because you're this, or you're getting BBLs because you want men. That is not true.
And it turns into this idea that once you have that look, people feel like they already know something about you before you even speak.
If I'm looking for somebody that is going to be the mainstay, it's probably not going to be a woman with a BBL. Because I know that's mental illness, to let somebody crack your ass open, put some air.
Guys, listen, I had to come back because I heard this weirdo's voice. Look, it's not too many things that, you know, I stand firm on, but when it comes to Corey, even if we find some standable ground, we have to deny it because it's him. It's the only person that you gotta move like that with, bro. You gotta remember, bro. This nigga be talking about little kids. He think your little 14-year-old daughter's prime age to give birth. Okay.
Jordan up in there and sew it back up. That is not a mentally stable woman.
Want tied to them. A lot of them just want to look good for themselves, and I respect that. But we live in a society that doesn't always respect that. So now, not only is the internet telling you that if you have the body, you shouldn't engage with society, you shouldn't step out into the world until the sun goes down, but they're also saying that your body should be your entire lifestyle.
Why would you get a life-threatening surgery to then go work a minimum wage job? A BBL is supposed to be an investment in your looks. And that investment is supposed to get you higher in the social hierarchy and into better paying jobs.
Now, to some women, a BBL can be a surgery that can completely upgrade their self-esteem, maybe put a band-aid over insecurities. But there's another layer to this that a lot of people don't realize. If you're upgrading your self-esteem, okay, just like how that booty got a lift, your environment, access, who you hang around, just your lifestyle in general, it seems needs to get a lift too.
In my head, if you have a BBL, that means that your life is paid for. I don't know why this whole time I've been under the assumption that if you go put yourself on the table knowing that you could possibly, that most of them, then whenever you wake up and you heal after 3 months, shouldn't you be rich now?
I thought a BBL was going to change my life. When I was selling clothing, I wanted to make sure that when I was modeling these clothes, I looked how I wanted to look in them. People are trying to emphasize like, oh, why would you think that unless you're in the nightlife or you thought a man was going to, you know, scoop you up, baby? It's never been a better man. In my mind, I was thinking that, you know, body looks correct, more money for me and my business.
Now, that whole idea only works if you assume that having this body is sending a certain message, because it's not always doing that. The body alone is being taken as a signal, and that can get dangerous.
Imagine paying to overly sexualize yourself just to get offended when you get overly sexualized. I'm not gonna lie, that's exactly what these BBLs is doing to y'all. Y'all literally just asking for it at this point. And to get offended that a man want to come up and talk to you knowing that your is sitting out abnormally from any other woman is kind of crazy. It's kind of mental, actually. Like, you know what you're doing at the end of the day. You're not stupid. So you can't be mad at the attention that you're getting and that you're attracting. You asked for it.
My thing is, how can you come to this conclusion for the women who surgically look like this? Because it's starting to sound like you're saying any woman who's built like this is just asking for it. And I don't like that. It's such a tricky topic that I'm quite literally walking on eggshells about, because in theory, it makes sense why people associate and tie these type of bodies into that nightlife lifestyle. But then it's like, now you're basically saying that the women that have these bodies need to trick themselves out or be streetwalkers because of their bodies. And then what about the women who naturally have that body? Are we going to start calling them natural born strippers? So
Nah. Hey man, you can't drag the natural ones out there though. You know what I'm saying? We specifically talk about the BBLs. What they specifically talk about the BBLs.
Can we talk about how embarrassing it is to have a fat ass? Like, everyone wants one, stuff like that, and everybody...
No, baby girl. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, baby. I love that on you, baby. Don't ever change that. Don't talk about it's embarrassing to have a fat ass. You gotta get something for your man to slap. I'm a big fat ass slapper. When I'm with my woman, I slap that ass.
Oh God.
You gonna hear it. You know, so to be honest, I don't think, nah, baby. I don't think it's a bad thing. I feel like Janae hit the nail on the head. We shouldn't start looking at women like this, because you're then gonna paint the women in a light that they have to be, you know, a street worker if they look a certain type of way. And I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I done seen some very shapely, you know what I'm saying, boss ladies. They don't take nothing away from them. That means that they have discipline, great genetics.
Definitely got the discipline for sure.
loves one and wants to look at one, blah, blah, blah. But that's the point. I feel her there, and I know everybody, I can feel the eyes.
Because if we're saying that a body like this automatically comes with a certain lifestyle, then what does that mean for the women who didn't choose that lifestyle?
I'm trying to go to church, booty just big as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm at a formal event, booty just big as hell. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's just not formal. It's all fun and games till you actually thick. Like, you got that know you ass just having a fat ass. Hello, I do hair too. You know what I'm saying? I do good in school.
So now you have women who naturally look like this being placed into the same.
Y'all think we always contacting y'all or trying to hit y'all up? Cause we trying to hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I heard you know how good, man. I need my braids done.
Right.
Since I heard you know how to cook, I need a plate. So don't always look at it like we looking at your ass. I'm just trying to get well acquainted with you, shorty.
Category, whether they asked for it or not. And that puts a different kind of pressure on women who didn't opt for this, but they're still being read the same way.
It's so annoying to walk around and everybody asking you, do you have a BBL, just because they feel like your natural booty don't fit your body. It's so annoying when you're trying to give like a classy look and
I ain't gonna lie, we might have to
your
see
booty
it
is so much bigger than your everything that it takes the attention away from what you're trying to give. I don't.
Bro, listen, shorty, you can say all of what you want to say, but if the legs don't meet the ass in the correct way, I'm gonna say it's a BBL too.
Facts.
I don't want everybody looking at me. I don't want everybody looking at what's behind me.
And with this body being so desired and wanted online, I will say I feel like the BBL gets an equal amount of love and hate, but it's one of the most loved, not to mention dangerous, but most loved surgeries out there. But in everyday life, it's recorded questioned and picked apart. So now you have a body that's the standard on your phone, but in real life, it's anything but standard.
So a few weeks back, me and my homegirls out there drinking and bar hopping, right? We having a good time. A pack of wild BBLs roll up, right? It was 4 of them. Now, these aren't the only bad BBLs we've seen all day, you know? So, whatever, they're everywhere. My friend's vlogging today, right? Later on that night, my friend is showing me the footage. Now, we've seen this in person. He didn't look like this, but everybody's body was banging. We look like we partying with a whole bunch of bad right?
She's having pregnancy cravings. God damn, baby girl.
This your girl right here. That's one for you.
I mean, she's not ugly. What are you trying to say?
She got the popcorn, you know what I'm saying? When she like to eat while she reacting to some shit.
Hell yeah.
That's your girl right here, boy.
Hell yeah. Yeah, hit me up, Daddy. You know what I'm saying? I got a plate. We could go react to something, eat something together.
Is they building a filter into the BBL? Because that's not what we're saying.
That's why I truly feel like this conversation
And you sleep, Trent. You see that mod, Trent? Come on, Trent.
isn't really about the body. Well, of course it's about the body, but it's more than that. It's about what people think that body type represents. And I'm going to leave this conversation open-ended because I definitely would love to hear your opinions. I feel like it's a very layered topic with a lot of hot takes. I know a lot of people will see it in a different viewpoint. So I would love to hear your takes. Thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk You Didn't Know You Needed. If you
Yes, Janae. Shout out Janae, man. That was a good video. You know, Janae really be doing her thing. T-Raw, what you gotta say?
Yeah, man. Y'all females, I always say it, bro. I just gotta love y'all self, man. Y'all think that men want y'all to have all these different enhancements to make y'all want y'all to look a certain type of way, but naturally, we just love beauty, bro. We love women of all shapes and sizes, so just gotta love yourself, man. There's some men out there for you, so that's all I got to say.
Facts. But yeah, man, I'm in another video. Yeah, I seen it, man. We bringing some longer ones, man. Hope y'all like them. But y'all great for y'all. Been the rest of the videos on the channel. Y'all already know. Catch y'all next time. We out.